like to explain you the most important principles for Pilates. The first one is to have the correct posture. For that, you put your feet hip width apart and you control your weight on the right and on the left foot. You have the same weight. As well, the same weight in front and in the back of the foot. Don't put your weight to neither to the front nor too much to the back. Leave it on right in the middle. Then imagine that you have somebody that you wants to lift you up as she shows you right, perfect. We want to have our shoulders away from our ears and we imagine gliding our shoulder blades direction butt. Let's show that from the side. Again, your hip width apart. Control that your weight is neither too much to the front, neither too much to the back. Let's keep it in the middle. Release your body. That's not the posture yet because we want to show you nicely how we can do it. Lift yourself up. Imagine somebody's lifting you up. That's perfect. Your shoulders away from your ears and the shoulder blades gliding down direction butt. Perfect. Let's turn around to the front again. Now we talk about the powerhouse breathing. It's an important breathing of our center of our body. We need to do it with the breathing because the deep transverse abdominal muscle is a breathing muscle. Don't do it without it because it won't work, and it's very important to do this principle correctly. So there's 3 different things that we do at the same time or one after the other to contract this powerhouse. The first thing that we do is breathing out is that we want to really tighten up our pelvic floor. Tighten it up and tear it up direction belly button. Breathe in, you release again. For the man, it's the sensation when you go into pee-pee that you stop to do it. Everybody knows how to do that. So breathing out, we really want to have the contraction of this pelvic floor, tightening it and lifting it up. Okay? We always do it as you see with Katarina with our mouth open. It's important because otherwise it gives depression on our pelvic floor. The second thing we want to do is tuck our lower belly in. Also breathing out, tuck your lower belly in. Imagine that you want to close pants that are too tight and you want to close these zippers. So your belly comes really tight breathing out. Okay? Now we try to do the same with both. We start with the pelvic floor. First, the pelvic floor, tuck it in and up, and then tuck your belly, close it in. Very nice. Breathe in, release everything. Breathe out and do the same. Pelvic floor, and then tuck your belly in. Very nice. Release everything. Now, put your hands on your ribs, because the third thing we do is the breathing with our ribs. Try it out first. Breathe in, your ribs open. Breathe out, your ribs close. They go together and they close direction belly button. Breathe in, open your ribs. Breathe out, close them and close them direction belly button. Very nice. Release your arms. Now the tight thing is we have to do all 3 things together. Let's try that. We have the nice posture. We keep the nice posture. We breathe in. We breathe out. Pelvic floor, lower belly and your ribs. Very nice. Breathe in, release everything. Breathe out, pelvic floor, lower belly and close your ribs. Very nice. Release. We want to show it from the side now. Let's do the same here. Correct posture. Be aware to hold this posture. Breathe in, breathe out, pelvic floor, close. Tuck your belly in and close your ribs. Breathe in, release. Breathe out. Now Katarina shows when you want to do it too good, you will go in a flexion. We don't want that, okay? We want to stay really tight, high up and do the same. She does it again. Pelvic floor, lower belly, close your ribs and keep the nice posture. Now don't release anymore. Breathe in up here. Breathe out and do it again. When you breathe in, it will release a little bit, the pelvic floor for sure. But every time you breathe out, you hold, you go and get it again, please, because it's this that you need to do with each exercise. Let's do it one more time. pelvic floor, roll your belly, and close your ribs. Perfect. You can turn around again. It's really important before you start with the videos, if you don't know that yet too well or not at all, repeat that until you understand it, because it will be very, very useful for all the exercises. We want to show you the neutral position in the lying position. To find the correct position, the first thing you do is you wiggle your pelvis a little bit. Press the lower spine down, release, and do nothing anymore. Normally, this is your neutral position now. But to find out if this is really correct, you put your index fingers and your thumbs together. Put your index fingers on your pelvic bone and the thumbs on your belly button. And when this is correct, you have both parallel to the floor. When the index fingers are too high up, for example, that's not correct. It's not correct either if the thumbs are too high up. They really need to be parallel to the floor. That's the correct position. You can look at it and find it that way. Perfect. Now we leave our pelvis like that. We try to find the neutral position for our neck. We do a little yes, your little nose circles, one side to the other side. And then we imagine to be really very long in our neck again, because usually what we can see is often you're like that. We don't want that. Tuck your head in and don't exaggerate it either, not too much in either, because it's a lot of tension back there. We really want to have our neck long and released, and we can try to keep this position lying down. If you need it, you can also put a cushion below your head if you feel more comfortable. This position we want to try to keep when we do our breathing of the Powerhouse. Let's try it now. Breathe out, pelvic floor, close the lower belly and your ribs. Breathe in up here, try to keep it. We want to tuck the pelvic floor, the lower belly and your ribs together. You continue this breathing, you keep the position, don't change it. We have some space below here, like we could put a cushion there. Don't press on it, keep it like that. There's really some space down here that we want to keep. That way when doing exercises lying on the back. Perfect. Let's turn to the side now and try to find the position on the side. On the side you put your head on the arm. Your legs can be bent or straight, it doesn't matter, it's always the same thing. And we try to find the neutral position for our head. What I see often is that your head is way too much to the front. Take it to the back, aligned with your vertebrae. Let it on your arm, or maybe you want to put the cushion between your hand or your arm. This can be really nice as well. Okay, so we keep the head there. And now we want to try to find a neutral position here, because when we don't do our Powerhouse, everything is just down here on the floor. It's not the neutral position yet. We need the Powerhouse for that. So now breathe out, pelvic floor, close the lower belly and close your ribs. Keep it like that. Breathe in up here. And now you can see there is some space coming free below here. I can put my hand to the front here. She keeps it like that all the time. When she works on the side, you do the same. But we don't exaggerate. I know how we can cheat it. We don't push yourself up like that. Keep your shoulder down and keep this positioning all the time when working your exercises on the side.